Everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid.
Welcome
Albert Einstein.
back to the Never2Late Podcast. I'm sorry if I cut you off right there.
Now you good.
Yeah, welcome back to the Never2Late Podcast. I'm your host, co-host, Brian, here with Edgar.
What
Uh,
up?
hey, yo, we just had a fun-ass episode.
Yeah, we did.
I'm not going to say what it was, but y'all going to have to see it, bro.
Shit, we might
Yeah,
fuck around and put this episode out first.
yeah.
Build the
We
suspense.
might have to
I'm
make a part two, like we said.
yeah.
No, but,
Um.
no, go
Man,
ahead, go
fuck.
ahead.
Fuck all knowing about your day. I already know, but no,
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
now for real, though, fuck it, bro. Let's just get right into it.
Hey, let's get right into it.
I'm already pumped from the last one anyway.
Right. So look, we wanted to talk about school, like
The importance of
post
school.
public school, like post high school, education versus not getting an
Like
education.
book smart, street
Um,
smart.
yeah, you could call it street smart. I mean, it's kind of a different connotation that
Yeah, it
comes with
is.
street smart
But it's the best.
because
I guess might be the best word to describe it, kind of.
yeah, it's like the easiest way to describe it
I'm sure there's a word
because
for
I
it.
don't have another word for
Yeah.
it. Because not just because you're not book smart means you're street smart.
Hey, but disclaimer though, real quick though. Uh, don't take anything personal. What we're gonna say. This is our own personal opinions. What we
These are our
think.
thoughts.
Yeah. Um, shout out to the people who actually gone to school and college who have earned a degree and shit. Like, much respect to you guys
The
because
people that are working towards it too.
yeah, like that's a huge thing to
Hey, that
accomplish. Be proud of it. We're proud of you.
yeah,
Shit. I
that
just
takes sacrifice in itself.
yeah.
That takes sacrifice.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Believe me,
I think.
I tried going to college. I did 2 years towards a bachelor's degree in architecture. Before I dropped out. So I know the work it
Yeah.
takes. You know, motherfucker, I needed to do 5 years to get my bachelor's. I quit after two. I was like, yeah, it's raps. Um,
He said it's raps.
yeah, dog, like I wasn't doing all that. But yeah, man, sleepless nights, stress levels through the roof. I get it, and I admire it, and I commend you for it. And if you already gotten your degree, congratulations. Hey, if you're working towards it, keep working hard if that's what you really want. Um, if you're not working towards it, that don't mean you're losing. It just means you took a different road. And that's what we're gonna talk about today because we took different roads. Like I said, I did 2 years of university, but
I did 2 years
afterwards I chose to.
community. I did
Yeah,
criminal justice and business. That's what I did. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So we wanted to talk about it because shit, coming from where I come from, it's hard. It's a lot of pressure. I was the firstborn in the United States. So because of that, I was the first to have a lot of opportunities, especially when it comes to education. In my family, not only in my immediate family, but I was like one of the first ones born here, like out of my whole family type shit. Like I'm talking cousins. Like this, there's one side of the family that does have a lot of older people, older relatives, cousins and stuff that were born here. But then the other side, I was like the first one. So it's a lot of things like that comes with being that firstborn, right? That first generation guy, and a lot of expectations. And one of them is going to university, getting your degree, um, getting your education, and then moving on to your career and doing that. And as a college dropout, there are a lot of um, things you got to deal with because, um, at least for me, my whole life I lived with expectations. Um, and it was always school related shit. And K through 12, I was good at it. I was an honor student, an AP student. I was a straight A and B student, more A's than B's. I was getting through it. Um, but it was never my thing. Like I never liked school, no matter what people tell you. No, I never liked school, never nothing, right? But I was always living because of those expectations, living through that because of those expectations. And then finally, I decided to drop out of college. Really, I failed out of architecture. Well, failed that year, but I had a easy as opportunity to get back into third year, move on, keep going forward, and I just decided not to take it. That was a personal decision. But it was because I just didn't want to do it no more. I didn't want to keep fucking living for other people's expectations, even if it was my family. You know. Um. So again, it's a lot of expectations. But we wanted to talk about how in the society we live in, bro. Like I feel, and there's outliers in this. All right, so please don't take this fucking personal.
Yeah.
There's outliers to this, but for the most part, bro, now I've been working for the past. When did I drop out? I dropped out 2018, I think 2018, 2017, early 2018. So I've been working for 3 years now. Ever since I dropped out, and I see a lot of the ways the world actually works. So in college, you have these it's almost like a lie, bro. It's like you have these expectations of like I'm gonna get my degree and I'm gonna go into my career and I'm gonna be the boss because college is teaching you how to be the boss. Like for example, in architecture, I was learning how to be an architect. I wasn't learning the fact that I'm gonna start off more than likely as an intern or as just one of the employees at a firm, right? I'm not gonna start off as being fucking. I don't even know no damn architects because it's been so long since I studied them. But I'm not gonna start off as being this famous ass architect getting paid fucking millions and shit for my work. You know what I'm saying? That's what college is putting in your head sometimes. Is oh, you're gonna get this degree, and people feel like oh, I'm guaranteed a successful life,
Nah.
and that's not the case, bro. Um, yeah, it opens doors for you and it's a route that you can take, but it doesn't guarantee anything, and people got to get out of that mindset because 9 times out of 10 in today's world, in the real world, jobs are looking for experience. They ain't looking for no paper that says oh you know how to do shit, because technically you know how to do shit. Okay, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, and blah blah blah. Okay, step one, step two, step three, that's fine. All right, now go do step one, step two, step three. It's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? And now do step one, step two, step three. Do it good and do it fast. You understand what I'm saying? University, college isn't telling you all that, bro. They ain't telling you all that. They're telling you, oh, you're gonna be the one telling people to do step one, step two, and step three. Motherfucker, you're not gonna start like, hey, if you get an opportunity to start there, hey, all power to you. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna start there.
That's a huge
You know what I'm
blessing though
saying?
if you do.
Hey, if you do, right?
Yeah.
But we ain't all lucky like that. You
Yeah.
feel me? Um, so I kind of wanted to bring that topic up because, again, like my family, bro, when I dropped out, I went from being fucking every fucking little kid that was born in my family, oh, be like Edgar, to like now all of a sudden, like, oh shit,
Don't be like
is this
Edgar.
fucking, is this fucking failure? Like, oh shit, now I'm a fucking failure in life. You know what I'm saying? Type
Yeah.
shit. Um, it's like fine, cool. Honestly, that low key, I'm cool with that, bro. Because I got tired of being the fucking the family fucking idol and shit. Like fuck all that, bro. Like let me live, let me be a kid, bro. Like when I was a kid, I had so much pressure in my shit. Um, it comes with being the firstborn here, as an immigrant family. It comes with the shit, right? Um, so yeah, I wanted to know your thoughts on it because we have different lives. What's your opinion on education and shit like that?
I mean, I think education is something that you can learn outside of school. Like I think school is all an experience. Like, I feel like you just go for an experience. That's it. I feel like the education you get always, if you whatever it is that you want to learn, you can always learn on the internet or from someone else. And all
get
that.
their experience.
Yeah, that's all for free, bro. Like school, they're gonna make you pay for shit that you don't have to pay for. Like they're gonna make you learn something that doesn't take that long to learn. You know what I mean? Like when you go culinary school, there's no need to go to culinary school. You can learn all that shit in the kitchen if you work at a restaurant. It just depends how much time you're gonna put in. So it depends on how many hours you're gonna go into it and what kind of mindset you're gonna have. You know what I mean? But in my opinion, I don't think school is necessary. I don't think people should have to go. I think it's useless, kind of in a way. But no offense to anybody who does it, like much respect. Like that's something that I struggled to get through. I couldn't even do it. Like Edgar said, 2 years. I dropped out the 2 years too as well. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I just way too much for me. I didn't want to spend all this
Um,
time for nothing. I mean, just for a degree. Like, come on. It's not. You're not really. What you say? Like, you're not really guaranteed anything out of it.
right.
So, that's my opinion.
Yeah, like I don't want to talk down on school because
Yeah.
I do think it's a viable option.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, you could always learn
again,
something, but
I think it's an option, like I
yeah,
said, and I think society has made it where it make people feel like it's the end all be all. Like I swear, since I dropped out of school, my parents have been trying to convince me to go back,
yeah,
and it's like because that's all they see. They see like if I don't go to school, I can't have success type shit. Um, because that for many like generations, that's the way it was type shit. You feel me? Now it's like it's like you need to experience it. You need to live life in order to actually learn to do shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um, and again, it's a viable option because you are gonna learn shit in school. Like, don't get me wrong, you're gonna learn shit, and you can be successful
But
with school.
here's the thing with
Don't take it as an end all be all, and don't take it as a guarantee because that's not the case. You still gotta work afterwards. You feel me? You
I
still gotta put in work.
some people go to school and change their degrees or whatever it is that they're
Right.
learning. They change it. Going back to one of the episodes, you know, like you said, you told me how do you have your life figured out if you haven't really experienced the rest of life? You know what I mean?
Right.
Same thing goes for college people. Like how do you know what you want to do and what kind of degree you want to earn if you haven't experienced the other jobs? You haven't really looked into it. Like how are you so sure that you want to go for business when you haven't experienced anything with like photography or culinary or criminal justice, other shit? If you don't know, like you know what I mean, it's one of those things in my opinion. Like you just have to really experience. Like school's an experience, but
I
you have to go out and live life and actually experience more. I feel like
something to say about that because in my experience, older people had more success in college. And it may be because they're more settled down, like they're more a better head on their shoulders, right? But because college don't really have an age limit, so I was I was in class with fucking 30-year olds. There was a fucking 50-year-old in my class. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so, but they were being successful at college. Like they were doing their shit. You feel me? By percentage, I'm talking like 30+ year olds probably had a higher success rate than us dudes that went straight out of high school.
yeah,
You know, but I feel like a lot of it is because they experienced a lot of life before
yeah.
they decided, okay, I want to go to college. Like that's why I tell my parents like it's not something that I don't want to do. Like I'm not taking it off.
No,
Like I'm
yeah,
not,
you'll definitely go
you
back.
know,
Yeah,
like if that's what I choose in the future, then that's what I choose in the future, but not at the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so like I said, it is a viable option, but don't take it as the end all be all. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you still got to experience it. You still got to go through life. Um, you know, and college isn't gonna guarantee no success. It isn't gonna it is gonna open doors for you. If you're good, it's gonna open doors for you. Um, hopefully, um, it's not a guarantee. You still you still got to put your foot through that door and motherfucker barge in through that door and make sure, hey, you don't get kicked out of that door. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Um, but other than that, like, there's other ways around it. Like while you're over here in debt, um, because of loans and shit, and you're learning for 4 years towards a degree, right? So what a degree is gonna do more than likely in best case scenario type shit is just gonna put you at a more elevated position in the start of the job, right? So let's take it as you were talking about culinary, right?
Yeah.
Um, you're not gonna go in washing dishes, right?
Nope.
Because you have a base of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
So as a college student, as a culinary graduate, you're gonna go in and you might already start working the line or whatever the case, right? I don't know too much about culinary, but you might already go directly into, oh, you're actually in the kitchen doing work, right? Because you have a base of knowledge.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go in washing dishes. Think about it. In those 4 years that you went to college, to get to that place where, oh, I'm in the actual kitchen now. People like Brian were they went in. What I don't know if you went in washing dishes, but I'm gonna say,
I
like,
never
let's
did.
pretend you went in washing dishes. Um, there's people that went in washing dishes, and in those 4 years worked so damn hard that now, motherfucker, they're not even doing the kitchen shit. Now they're fucking even above that because for 4 years they were working and they weren't in debt and they were experiencing and they were gaining experience.
Yeah.
They were working their ass off to, but also it takes you working your ass off. If you just want to fucking fuck around, then all right, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about if you want success, you could work your ass off without going to school. I could go and wash these dishes and okay, I'm gonna learn. While I'm washing dishes, I'm looking at how the fucking cooks are preparing the food. Understand what I'm saying? And now I'm like, okay, let me try that. Now, whenever I see a spot where the manager or whatever is like, yo, we're looking to fill in this spot, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna jump at it. Let me get that. Boom. Now he gives me an opportunity. I take advantage of the opportunity. Boom. Now I'm in the line. Boom. There's an opportunity to be the chef, whatever. Boom. Now I'm you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For those 4 years, I was working. While you were learning, and that's cool. You were learning how to do the shit. You were learning a technical way. You were learning the book way of doing it.
Yeah.
Right? You were learning step 1, 2, and 3, while I was doing steps 1, 2, and 3. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
um, don't don't think that if you didn't go get to college, there's no other way, right? Um, bro, there's so many ways, dog. Like there's always ways to being where you want to be. Um, whether it be college, whether it be directly to work, whatever the case may be, it's always going to take work. Um, so it's not about what path you take. It's about how willing you are in whatever path you take. How hard you're going to work to reach whatever you're going to reach. Understand what I'm saying? So I feel like in today's world, bro, it's like, again, there's outliers. No disrespect to nobody. Um, There's a lot of people that are just book smart. Um, really know how to do shit. Um, and I put me in that category in some things too. Like there's some things like my older brother. I admire the dude. Um, in certain things, there's some shit that he's fucked up. There's some like his work. I admire him, and I don't really tell him this much because we're men, we're Mexican men, and in the culture we grew up in, kind of hard to show love towards men. You know what I'm saying? Um, I admire this dude a lot. Um, and in terms of academics, homie would ditch on a daily basis. Homie didn't finish school. He didn't finish high school.
Wow.
Never got his GED. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of academics, failure, right? Uh, my boy, like, he works in painting. He works his ass off. My dog is making some good money, right? He's making cheese,
Yeah.
and you know what I'm saying. And sometimes I was the whole opposite. I was the one that was straight A and B student, very few B's, honor student, this and that. But when I dropped out of college, I was like, "Fuck, what do I do now?" You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn. And I've been learning through these past 3 years. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I do this, I do that. Cool. But hey, and yeah, he's older than me. He's 7 years older than me. But um, at my age, he was making a lot more money than I'm making. You know, but it's because that whole time while he was dishing, homie was learning how to do shit. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, homie went from fucking. I'm not trying to incriminate, but homie went from spraying walls and fucking having to run from cops and shit. And now he gets paid for painting walls, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not the same thing, but it's a thing, right? Like, sometimes low key bad kids get to touch and experience certain shit that as a good kid you don't get to learn, right? And like I feel like that's something that we have to learn how to accept as a culture, bro, as a society. You got to learn to accept the fact that, like I said in the quote, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb the tree, it's always gonna think it's stupid. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out Albert Einstein. Um, yeah, that's a true fact, bro. Like, don't think it's all one way to do shit. Don't think it's one path. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different paths to get to that goal, bro.
Different opportunities. You
Understand
gotta
what I'm saying?
experience. Uh,
Yeah.
Pick a journey, work through it, have a good mindset. You're set, man.
I feel like no matter what, it's always gonna take experience.
Yeah, always.
Even if you are educated by school, it's always gonna take education in terms of experience. Because the only thing I feel that school does for you is put you a couple steps ahead, right? Puts you at a different starting point than the other guy. But again, if for those 4 years this guy was working hard, by the time you get there, that motherfucker may even be ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Now there is a chance that that motherfucker didn't work hard for those 4 years and he's still down here. Understand what I'm saying? But there is also the chance that, hey, this motherfucker has worked hard and it's now motherfucker, now he's your boss. How do you feel? You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker ain't school educated and he's your boss. You know what I'm saying? That happens. You know? Um like I was telling Louis that day, like, bro, think about it in terms of touching a fire, right? A
Okay.
little bad kid versus a good kid. A bad kid is gonna touch the fire because you know what I'm saying, he's gonna
He'll
touch the
give
fire.
a fuck.
That's what he does. Right? He gonna put his whole finger in that motherfucker, right? Because of that, he experienced that. So now the next time he's gonna be more cautious. He's gonna be like, okay, I don't want to do that shit. Whereas as a human being, you're a curious person, right? So
Yeah.
as a good kid, everybody always told you don't touch the fire. So you're like, okay, I'm not gonna touch the fire. It's fine. Um, you're not gonna touch the fire, but one day they're gonna ask you to light up a fire. You're gonna be like, shit, what the fuck? How do I do this? You know, and the little bad kid that was touching fires and shit learned how to light up a fire. Your ass is gonna burn your stupid ass. Um, trying to learn to light the fire, you know, and you're gonna get burned and you're gonna get scared about being burned, you know. While the other dude is over here fucking lighting the fire, and you know what I'm saying, he knows
Yeah, you
how
know.
not to get burned, this and that, you know, and you're over here fucking, you know what I'm saying? You're over here, all this other shit. Like, I feel like that's the fucking like society we live in today. Like, it's a bunch of book smart people that don't know how to do shit. Again, no disrespect, because I'm one of those people, you know, and I've been learning how to not be that person. But you know, and there's outliers. There are people that are able to be academically smart and fucking actually do this shit. But um, I feel like school school is overrated, bro.
No, yeah,
Like,
hundred
just
percent,
put it in the simplest terms.
100%.
Especially with older generations. Like, I feel like again, my parents, they see that as the end all be all. They see that as like, oh, if you ain't go to school, you're a fuck up in life. And it's like, it's not the case. Some of the richest motherfuckers out there, some of the brightest motherfuckers out there, didn't go to school. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, did I don't know if Elon Musk went to school. I mean, I know.
I
I
don't
think
think.
I think he dropped out, but still, richest man in the world.
Yeah,
Like, come on, smart as fuck.
yeah. But anything you wanted to add to it? Because I kind of ranted a bit, but
Nah, bro,
is this something
you
that
literally said
is
everything. I was just
this is
letting you
something
talk.
that has impacted? Well, I've really had to deal with it. Like I said,
Yeah.
um, in all senses of the fucking word. But yeah, man, no. Go ahead. Add anything that you wanted to add to it.
Well, like I said, I was letting you talk. I know you had a lot to say in it too, because I mean, for me, like I never been a dude about like my parents all or my dad. I mean, yeah, my dad also has always told me to go to school, go to college, get an education. I was always the opposite growing up. My brothers went to school. Uh, my older brother, who's my the middle, second older brother, he went to college, but then stopped going after like first year, I think. Um, the way I always grew up is I never cared for school ever. I didn't care to go. I didn't care to like do anything for it. But I always went though. I was a good kid. I always went because my dad wanted me to go. So, but I think during sophomore to like senior year, I just kind of stopped going. I started ditching and shit. So it's like I was like I always told everybody I was like, hey, I don't care for school. Like I feel like I don't need it. I know I could do something else. And I did. I went out and did my thing and shit. But I still went to college just to experience it. I want to see what it was like. I want to see if it will change my opinion of the way I see things, and it didn't. It just put me in debt. That's all it did. It put me in debt. I found another job, and like I said, I did what I did, and I had to pay off my debt, and I did. Luckily, something that would have taken me probably a couple of years to pay off, but luckily I did. I thank God every day for that, because that debt
Right.
was, oh my god, it was not worth it. In my opinion, it was not worth it at all. That's all I gotta say though, because you already said everything.
Yeah. So, I thank God I didn't ever get into I had I had a full scholarship. I didn't go to. I went to a Cal State, so they're way cheaper than UCs here in California.
Yeah.
Um, so I went to Cal State, but they were better for architecture. Than any UC. I don't even think any UCs has an architecture program. Um, that's besides the point. Uh, I want to. I don't want anybody to think that we hating on school or nothing like that. So school does have its benefits. Again,
Yeah.
it does. Hopefully, this case best case scenario teaches you how to speak correctly. No, I'm just kidding. Don't got you fucking stuttering. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to open doors for you. It's gonna open doors for you, and it's gonna hopefully put you in a better starting point than you would, you know. And you may not have to experience all the fucking hard hardships of fucking washing dishes. For example. Um, and again, you were talking about the experience. You're gonna experience shit. Going to college, especially if you dorm there. I didn't dorm there, but
I heard some
I
really
had
good
homies that.
things about dorming. Like I heard it's really
Yeah,
fun.
you experience a lot of shit. No matter who the fuck you are, you could be a good kid that never did nothing, and you're gonna fucking experience shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna, no matter what. So it's good for that because for a lot of people, it helps them get out of their shell. It's a good starting point for that. Like helps you. It kind of pushes you to become you. Um, while still being in a safe environment of school, right? But again, you're a lot more free. You're a lot more. um what's the word I'm looking for? You're a lot more independent is the word I'm looking for, right? So because of your newfound independence, you get to experience a lot of things. Um, and but you don't have that constant supervision over you, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I've seen a lot of good kids turn fucking bad kids real quick. I've
Savages,
seen
bro.
also a lot of shy ass kids get out of their shell and find success. You know, so college, I think the best part of college is the experience because of all those things. You become you. You learn to find new things that you didn't know about before. College is also the first time that, for the most part, you experience people outside of your community, right? So, for the most part, especially if you never moved homes or nothing, you went to fucking elementary, middle school, and high school with the same people. You feel me? You had the same friends you had since kindergarten, you know? And if not, then the same people from your neighborhood, or the same people from your city, right? The same people that you hang out with at those hangout spots with, whatever the case. In college, bro, it's people from different countries. It's people from the same country but different states, from your same state but a different part of, you know what I'm saying? And you experience a whole new, like, different cultures, uh, different everything. You experience a lot of things in college. So do I recommend it? Yes, but not in terms of you thinking it's the only way to success.
Yeah. You
It's
gotta
gonna
believe
help you
yourself.
find. It's gonna help you find and learn a lot of new shit. I'm glad I went to college for 2 years because I experienced a lot of shit. But don't think about it as the end all be all. Don't think about it as the only option, because I mean I don't think of it that way. Because bro, there's many ways to get to wherever you want to be. But do I recommend it? Sure. You feel
Yeah.
me?
Same.
Um,
I met some cool
as an
people.
experience though. As an experience though.
Yeah.
As far as the education part of it, you're gonna get educated in life regardless. Because education is learning, right? And you're gonna learn
You never stop learning.
anywhere.
You never
Anywhere,
stop.
bro. You never stop learning.
Never stop,
Exactly.
bro.
Learning doesn't only take place in a classroom. You understand what I'm saying? So as far as the education side of it, cool. So like it does have its benefits, and it hopefully will put you in better positions and open doors to better opportunities. You're gonna meet a lot of professional people too, in whatever you're studying, so that could hopefully open doors, as well. Um, but it's not the only way, because you're gonna learn regardless. Whatever you fucking go into, you're gonna learn through doing it or through learning about it, through whatever the case. You're gonna learn about it regardless, whether you're hands on or you're reading about it. You're gonna learn about it.
I remember.
Um,
I'm sorry to cut you off. I remember I went to
like
college, I think my first year, and I had a mean teacher, bro. Like,
he said, I gotta be.
yeah, I had math class. I don't remember what type of math I had. It was a high level class. So yeah, I didn't know how to do the equations or how to solve them, and I asked her for help. She did not help me once.
He was like, fuck your
She
shit, cuz.
she was looking at me like I'm a dumbass. Like how do you not understand how to do this? I was like, because I was never taught this shit, bro. It was like it's all new to me. Same thing with every other student. Like she'll look at everybody like they're a dumbass. Like you're supposed to come in and know this shit already, supposedly.
Hey, how the fuck don't you know what I'm supposed to be
Yeah,
teaching you?
I was like, you're a teacher. I went off on her, bro. I was like, you're a teacher. Help me out. Teach me this. Do what you're supposed to fucking do, or else I'm
Right.
dropping out. I dropped out
Bro,
because
I
I had
had
that was the worst experience I had.
that's another thing about university and why it's so overrated. Bro, teachers don't give a fuck. Like professors don't give a fuck if you even go to class. Like they're getting paid, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they're fucking salary,
They
bro. They
don't
don't give.
care about, like, dog, it's kind of low key rare. It's kind of fucked up to say this. It's low key rare to find people that actually care about your education,
Yeah.
like in college. So if you're going for it because of education, you have to be really committed to it, right? For your own sake. Like you have to personally be very because your professors aren't gonna fucking guide you through holding your hand or pushing you like, hey, you didn't do your homework today. No, they don't care. Bro, like they don't care. Bro, there's professors that don't care if you understand them because they have a heavy accent or whatever the case. They don't care if you're even present. They don't care about shit, bro. Like I had professors literally tell me, I don't care if you come to class. I'm not gonna take attendance. Like, I get paid regardless.
Yeah.
Literally told me that shit. And I was like, damn, bro. Like, so it's like if you're going for education, cool. Do it. Be committed to it. You know, whatever you do in life, commit to it. But if you know you're not gonna commit to it,
Then why go?
and school may not be
Yeah.
may not
Don't
be the thing for you, bro.
don't put yourself in debt because seriously, to pay for one class it's a lot, man. I think I was paying for one class. I was paying like 1,500 for one class.
Sheesh.
I was like, damn, like why so expensive? Some classes
Yeah.
were like 500, other classes were like 800 or 400, but the classes I needed were fucking expensive, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I can go look this shit up on the internet and be educated.
Right.
Like, stop playing with me, bro. Nah,
Right.
I remember,
How the internet is now.
yeah, yeah, especially with how the internet is now. But I remember I was feeling, I think one of my, gosh, I don't remember if it was math. 'Cause I'm really bad at math now. I was feeling in math class, and I had this
For
guy
the school
who,
kids.
yeah, I was feeling like it was coming to the end of the year, and then he ended up passing me, bro. Knowing that I stopped doing the work, he passed me because after a while he saw me put in the work. He saw me trying to learn after a while because it's the end of the year. Like you're slacking beginning of the year, end of the year you're trying to pass.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're not gonna pass. Like I already knew I wasn't gonna pass. I was like, fuck, I don't know this shit. I didn't pay attention the whole year. He saw that I was putting in the work. He saw that I wanted to actually do it, even though I showed him that I didn't care at the beginning. He passed me, bro. He actually ended up passing me. He saved me a shit ton of money, bro. Because when you fail class, they make you
You gotta
pay.
retake it.
Yeah, they make you retake it or they make you pay for it. Whatever, like it's just they might add up an extra fee or something. But I'm lucky I didn't have to pay
My,
for that.
my school worked different. I don't even know how my school worked. Honestly, fucking FAFSA and all that bullshit would take care of my
Oh, they screwed me.
They would take care
Like,
of my whole payments. Like all I would get was a check afterwards of like the extra shit.
oh,
So
Alexa.
um for me, like a Cal State, I don't know if all Cal States are like this, but at that one, it was like around 3K a quarter because we were on the quarter system when I was there. Now they're in semester system, but when I was there, it was quarter system. And it was like around 3K for a quarter,
Yeah.
and you could take as many classes as you wanted. As long as you were a full time student, it was around 3K. That you had to pay, no matter what classes you took, no matter how many classes you took, as long as it was at least 12 units. Right, is the full time student.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as it was at least 12 units, you could take as many fucking classes as you wanted. Now, the school didn't really allow they allowed you to, but nobody was really out here fucking. I think the max you could take was 24 units or some shit like that. But there was rarely anybody doing all that shit. Yeah, so I would get the FAFSA and shit would just pay for the 3K, and then I would get an extra 3K every quarter. Um, and that's how I got through school, and that was supposed to take care of my books, which I never bought because books ain't shit. Um, or let me stop. Books are shit. Read.
I
But
mean,
nah,
you can find it in my
the
line,
books
bro.
that I needed, were like in PDF form because that's another thing. There's PDFs to all of these shits. I don't learn to find ways to not spend as much as you fucking think you need to
Yeah.
spend. There are shortcuts. If you're in high school, listening to this and you're going to college, there are things that you could cut down on expenses. Books is one of them. for the most part, there's PDFs to every book. Try to find one, download it. If not, probably a student that took it the year before has it or has the book and can let you borrow it or could sell it to you for a cheaper price. There's always ways. Um, so I was the kid that would get the PDFs. And just fucking learn from that, which kind of sucks sometimes because it was like a different edition than the one the teacher was teaching, and they would be like, "Oh, turn to page 81," and fuck, it was fucking page 76 for me, and I was like, "Fuck." But whatever the case, um, so like there are ways to shortcut the shit. But yeah, I just wanted to say, fucking FAFSA really fucking helped me out because I didn't have to pay for shit. I got like FAFSA and like some grant of I don't know what. But I'm telling you, while I was K through 12, I was a really good student. But afterwards, I was like, bro, I don't want to keep doing this, dog. Like I had burnt myself out so damn much K through 12 that when I got to college and I tasted that freedom, I was like, shit, I took advantage of it in the wrong way
Yeah.
because in terms of school, the wrong way because I stopped going to classes. I started fucking around. Didn't take architecture serious. There was one quarter that I took architecture serious, and I got straight A's that quarter. There was this one thing where it was called what was it called? It was called something. It was called something. But basically they would take the best project out of every section, every class, and
Present it.
they would like put it out on like a showcase, like showcase it, right?
Yeah.
And then they ended up choosing mine that quarter because I like actually put in work that quarter. They ended up choosing mine. So sometimes I think back and I'm like, man, I could have really done this shit. Like I'm not saying I probably would have had the best product every quarter because there was some good ass fucking students in that school, which they're graduating this month. So if any of y'all happen to be listening to this, shout out to y'all,
Crazy.
man. If y'all are graduating, hey y'all, I commend y'all because again, y'all did something I couldn't do. Um,
I have
but
I have people that I went to school with in high school that I graduated this
yeah,
year. I guess like a year or two before. Which is,
right,
oh my god.
yeah.
Much respect to them because that shit is crazy, bro.
Hey, my best friend in high school graduated a year before. He graduated in 3 years. He was supposed to graduate in 4, but homie put in work. Um, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Tristan. But yeah. So if you're gonna do it, bro, commit to it. That's all I gotta say. Like commit to it, but don't. I said this so many times, but it's so important. Don't think it's the only way. Um, that's what I think was the main point that I wanted to bring across was the whole book smart thing. Like you could be book smart, but at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to have experience doing everything you want to do. Um, Colleges is gonna put you hopefully in better positions, in a better starting point, but you also got to learn to take advantage of having that better starting point and having those better positions. If you're not willing to do the work towards anything, bro, I'm gonna fuck if you go to college. If you whatever the case, you're not gonna you're not gonna go that far, bro. Believe me. So that's kind of all I had to say.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
our own opinion. So again, disclaimer: our own opinions.
yeah.
Don't take any offense, because I mean,
Hey man, but prove me wrong.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Don't be shy.
much love and respect as always to those who go to school, man. Cause
Hey, those who do it,
fuck that.
uh, hey, salute to y'all, bro. Cause shit, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, comment, subscribe if y'all enjoyed this episode.
Turn on post
If you're on
notifications
YouTube,
too. New episodes every Monday, Thursday, 12 Pacific Standard Time. We're trying to give you guys 2 episodes every week. Even on Spotify, get notifications on. You'll be notified when there's a new episode coming on. Um, like I said, every Monday,
SoundCloud
Thursday.
as well.
Yeah, even SoundCloud. I'm using SoundCloud. I think the last time I used SoundCloud was like sophomore year, bro. Until I got into
Yeah,
Spotify, but SoundCloud's still the wave to go for music too, or podcasts.
I've
Check us
been
out.
listening to. I only got SoundCloud downloaded because one of my homies is doing music. Shout out Jabri.
Oh yeah,
Doing music, and he's on SoundCloud. So he's not. I don't think he's on Spotify or anything yet. But yeah, I've been listening to him.
yeah.
Shout out Jabri.
Same thing with my friend. He does music too. I listen to his shit. You know, but the last time I really used SoundCloud for music was sophomore year.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
It was probably around the same time
yeah.
for
When
me
I
too.
had all the mixtapes for Post Malone before he got famous.
Post Malone,
Logic.
fucking
Who else?
Logic was the one that I would listen to a lot on
Yeah, dude. I
SoundCloud.
have all his mixtapes. Who else? Shit, I can't remember, but those two were big time for me. Oh,
Yeah,
G-Eazy before he was famous too.
easy. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
easy
Underground.
too. Um, yeah. Look, there was a couple.
Yeah,
Um, Also people that like weren't that big, so weren't on Spotify and shit like that. Like this is one dude that I would listen to. That I would listen to. His name was Jinx. He never turned famous or nothing, but he had some pretty dope shit. I would listen to him. I would listen to a bunch of like underground shit. Um, yeah, that's besides the point. Uh, like, comment, subscribe, share it if you really enjoy it. Um, Share your thoughts about the topic that we talked about today. Um, Shit, you know what I'm saying? If you disagree with us, let us know.
talk your
If you
shit.
agree with us,
Talk
let
your
us
shit.
know. Either way it goes, I know you have an opinion.
Yeah,
I know you do. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a pretty controversial topic here. Um, so I know you got an opinion. So let us know what your opinion is. But yeah, that's gonna do it for us. Much love, much respect, as always. We're out.
yeah. Enjoy you guys' weekend.